Listen, I know, before anyone says anything, the ring light is bothering you guys, right? Like, it's hard to see my expression with you can't see because you're the camera, but it's right behind you.
Run.
If you see me, like, lean, like, this way so that, it doesn't shine in my face, I'm sorry if that's gonna be annoying. It is the best I can do given the circumstances. My mic is currently sitting on top of a Cards Against Humanity expansion pack, so you can already tell how this night is going for me. I know I look different. You're probably looking at this video right now like, who the fuck is that? That's not who I'm used to seeing when it comes to videos on this specific channel. And you're right. The reason why I'm not doing the clown makeup anymore is, I have acne. Like, I've always had acne before doing the makeup, but it gets worse. Because, like, if you really think about it, I put a lot of shit on my face whenever I do that specific makeup. So it does a lot of damage to my skin when I leave it on for long periods of time. It also doesn't help that I already had issues with acne to begin with, but what are you gonna do about that? So I might only whip it out for special occasions. For now, this is what you're getting. I'm sorry. I have not filmed in a while. I'm so sorry. I don't know if anyone was keeping up, but here I am now, filming 5 videos on my week break from college. You're gonna see a lot of outfit changes throughout the videos, but it's still gonna be me, just doing different topics. So, shout out to Ultra Fiesta. This is what's currently getting me through this week. If I get kidney stones, that's fine. At least I posted. Hello everyone, my name is Reed, and it is time for me to flex my art major once again in a video. And I promise you this is not going to be the last time, because I paid a lot of fucking money to be a film major, and I am going to milk the shit out of it. Have I ever told you how often people on the internet annoy me? It could really be any category of people. But today, I would like to talk about crypto bros. Now, if you were like me about a month ago and have no fucking idea what a crypto bro is, I'm sorry. I'd be happy you made it this long because I'm about to explain it to you. If you know anything about cryptocurrency, you know that there's a lot of people that are deeply invested in it, and it's not for the meme. Like, I thought that Dogecoin was a joke. I didn't actually think that it was a real thing, because who the fuck would actually, who's crazy enough to actually invest in something like that? I also, like, the way that I pictured it, it's not like you're getting, like, an actual, like, coin with, like, Doge's face on it or anything, right? It's, you just, what's the point? I did kind of a shit job of explaining it, but basically there are people that are very involved in cryptocurrency. So, listen, man, I've seen my fair share of shit on the internet. Not to flex, but I've been called cringe a couple times. Wonder why? But, oh my fucking god. It's amazing to me how blatantly ignorant people can, like, be on the internet. Like, especially in this case with crypto bros, I'm convinced that more than half of them don't know what the fuck they're doing. And I mean that literally. Like, I'm being so serious. I don't think they actually know what they're doing. Because you saw the title for today's video. I'm talking about the NFT art that people have been buying. It's actually way more complicated and way more fucked up than that, unfortunately. Upon researching for this video, I've come to the conclusion that crypto bros, at least the ones who specifically invest in NFT art pieces, don't actually know what that means. Like, they think it's just cool to, like, use fancy Elon Musk money and, like, buy a picture of a fluorescent monkey with a blunt in its mouth for, like, $100,000, some weird shit like that. Did I say 80, 100? I'm not a math major, okay? I've seen a good handful of people that, like, just don't know how NFTs work. I don't even really fully understand how NFTs work. And I'm making this video. And these are people who are spending hundreds of thousands of dollars investing in NFTs. So you can only imagine the fuckery that's happening here. One major thing about NFTs that I can tell you surely is that they're pretty much killing the planet. I made it sound like way more worse than it actually. No, it's pretty bad. But so let me explain, right? I could be totally messing up my phrases here. But with NFTs, in this case, we're talking about like the artwork. There are these things called like blockchains, right? And again, I am not an expert. I barely, even with researching, I'm still kind of like not totally getting what any of this is. All I know is that they're bad. I feel like that's a fair statement. So anyways, with blockchains, you have a lot of information on these blockchains, right? And you need a place to store that information. They store that information in like computers, but like they're fucking like on the rock level type of shit. Like it's about drive, it's about power, like fucking they are on roid rage. Like you get the picture here. Those computers take a lot of energy to function in order to just simply store these blockchains. And that is a lot of information. And you see that there's a lot of people that are buying these art pieces. And it's like, you get what I'm trying to say here? It's just like, at first it wasn't really like a major problem, but then as it became more mainstream, the amount of energy that it is consuming, if my research is correct here, the amount of energy that one fucking computer needs to just store these blockchains, just one, is enough to power a house for an entire year. Like, I don't know if you realize how much energy that is, but that's a lot. And now picture hundreds of thousands of these computers being stored and just needing energy consistently in order to maintain these blockchains. That's a lot, right? I am not a science person. I am very pea-brained. If you were to like explain this to me, even in layman's terms, I wouldn't get it. I still barely get why anyone would want to invest in NFTs. Like, there's a whole bunch of other bullshit with like Ethereum and stuff like that I first of all, Ethereum sounds like something that came out of a Marvel movie. That does not sound like a real thing. That sounds like something that fucking Thanos collected and put on his goddamn Infinity Gauntlet. That does not sound like a real thing. But it is, and apparently that is really bad. Like the mining for that, it's a shit show. It's bad. All I can say definitively is that it's bad. It's not good for the environment. We haven't even touched upon the art yet. You're probably sitting there thinking to yourselves like, okay, so the art has to be worth just so much like time and energy and just waste. It has to be something remarkable, right? Right? Well, if you were hopeful about that at all, I'm sorry. Just to reiterate the point that I'm trying to make here, I'm going to play this little montage of just news articles and stuff like that, clippings, just anything that I can find to back up my points here. So, montage starts now. Alright, that's the end of the montage. You get the point? I still don't. So, today we're just going to be focusing on the art. Oh no, you read that card correctly. I have nothing against the furry community. I really am not in a position to speak about anything like that because I'm also a weird motherfucker. I get it. You guys seem cool. Do your thing, right? However, first of all, can we talk about the fact that this fucking thing was bought during an auction for $4,000. $4,000. Do you know what I could do with $4,000 right now? Buy the Macy's Day Parade NFTs. I'm kidding. I'm so kidding. Absolutely not. Also, I would just like to point out that this thing has no ears. I'm assuming that it's a wolf, right? Like what the wolf-like features. So where's like the wolf ears? Like, does she have like human ears? Like instead, it seems like a pretty big continuity error for something sold for $4,000 and something that is also just destroying the environment. I'm sorry. I'm gonna stop bringing that up. I feel like you guys get the point already. We're talking about the art. Focus on the art. I'm assuming because the actress herself always has freckles, being she was born with freckles, it's just kind of like slapped on top of the face. Like, I don't know if you could see, but it was very much like a last minute decision, especially if it's such like a hairy this is not how I wanted to describe it, especially since it's just like such like a hairy character. You would have thought that they would have done something a little more creative with that, like a calico cat, like splotches, something, anything that not like just dots. Because that looks stupid. I don't know what's happening here with the dots. Like, I feel like doing like a more like splotchy fur pattern would make sense, right? I don't know. I just literally anything else. Just do anything else but that. Is this her shirt? Is it supposed to be straps across the torso, or is it like a normal shirt? Then where's the collar of the shirt? Like, where does... I'm confused. Probably somewhere under that weird ass gizzard neck that she's got going on there. Moving on. At first, when I read the name for this one, I thought that it was gonna be like a cool like punk band, because you know how like punk bands like have weird fucking names. They're like sentences, but not really sentences. Like, I'll just come up with one as an example. The Sunday Bagels. I thought of a gross one. Or like the Itty Bitty Titty Committee. That one already exists. I don't think that's a band. Is it a band? Is it a band? No, I'm just stupid. So like I said, I thought that this was going to be like a cool punk band, but I was met with disappointment rather quickly. If you've seen the term NFTs anywhere on the internet, it's probably been followed up with images like this. This person in particular is, I would say, one of the more major NFT artists on Twitter. Of course, everything fucking happens on Twitter. The name is Bored Ape. Bored Ape Yacht Club. Recently, they made some covers for the Rolling Stone, so I want to see what this dude's up to. I want to see what he has Oh.
Bruh.
Okay. What about so there's like a second... Oh. What the fuck? This kind of hurts to look at. I don't really know where to start with this one. First of all, I'm almost certain that this dude draws off of like a pre-made base, which I really wouldn't have any issues with if it was just like some dude drawing shit on the internet. But these are I'm so sorry. They're so fucking ugly. There's one right here that was sold for over $700,000 in fucking, what are they called? Ethereum. It was paid for in Infinity Stones. Almost $1 million for this. This is like the banana with the duct tape on the canvas all over again, man. I'm dumbfounded. What is the appeal for this? I can't even really rationalize this. There is no reasonable explanation for buying something like this for this much, only to say that I have proof of purchase. that everyone else gets to own. Listen, man, I enjoy monkeys. They're funny little guys. Who fucking doesn't love monkeys? And they just vibe, man. Like, fucking leave them alone. Don't do these weirdly detailed, bright-ass fucking bong stickers looking like just, oh my god. It looks like shit that you would see on like a bong. For legal reasons, if you are my family. I don't know what a bong looks like. Somehow, this gets worse. Because keep in mind all the bad shit about NFTs, these weird, just frustrating to look at drawings of monkeys. What if I were to tell you that this creator is currently in the process of making an NFT cartoon? Yeah, what the fuck, right? So, this isn't the first NFT cartoon to ever be made. There have been a couple of other ones before, but that's not what I'm focusing on right now, because look at this shit, man. So I looked at the trailer for this, and I don't know how much of it I can show in this video, because I'm probably already gonna get in enough trouble for just showing the monkeys to begin with. If you want, just look up the Red Ape family. Feel free to do that to yourself, I guess. So here's a rundown of the plot. There are like monkeys and a lion, which is another NFT person, and there's another NFT which is like a dog. I don't know shit about the dog one. I know about the lion one and how weird that one is. Apparently their community call themselves like lioness or lioners or lionesses, like unironically. It's so bizarre. Like there needs to be a whole deep dive on all that. Basically, it's like the Noah's Ark of NFTs, and they're all like on a spaceship, and they're flying away from Earth because, quote, fucked up real bad. That's pretty ironic coming from a dude who's making NFTs. All I have to say about this is, overall, the animation shown in just these few seconds is just horrifying to look at. Like, if you thought that it was overly detailed, wait till you see them fucking move. That shit is so bizarre. Man, there have been so many, like, TV shows that I've seen as a kid that have just been too much to look at. And don't get me wrong, you could do whatever you want when it comes to your art. That's all fine and dandy. But there's just some things that are just, your brain can't really just process what you're looking at. There was this one, like, Cartoon Network show, like, way back, that was, like, extremely fucking bright and fluorescent, and, like, the characters were just ugly to look at. I don't remember the name of it. I'll put it somewhere in here. Maybe I'll make a video on that someday, because that itself is something to look into. The monkeys are, like, all, like, facing right, which is kind of funny because I'm doing the same thing, except I'm a person, I can move, I am far more dynamic than this animation. There's just something so flat about the animation as a whole. I think they're trying to be like Rick and Morty when it comes to the writing, because if you watch it yourself, the narrator is sort of like, you could just tell that that's kind of what they're trying to go for, is like that adult cartoon sort of like edginess and like humor, but it's not funny. Personally, I just have a hunch it's not gonna be like Rick and Morty at all, because at least that has decent animation and good writing. And to top it all off, the first episode isn't coming out until later this week. I don't know when I'm going to be posting this video. I'm sure it'll already be out at that point and people are already going to start reacting to it. But in order to see the first episode, like, you have to pay a small sum of, give me a second. Oh, okay. A small sum of like $4,000. I would love to find a way to review this episode, but it will be hard as I am a broke college student, so if you're interested in that, let me know, and if you have your sources, also let me know. I would keep going with all this, but I don't want to. This is so fucking frustrating to look at. So, to end this video on a less depressing note, here's a monkey. Because monkeys are great. Alright, I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.